Alright guys, here it is. A video about trucking etiquette. I have a lot of rants today, so hopefully you guys agree with them. If you don't, let me know in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Really appreciate the support. Give this video a like, and go ahead and share it out if you think somebody really needs to see this. Tag them in it. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get right into it, getting the meat and potatoes here. These are all based off of recent stories. There are 3 things. I have experienced all of them recently. First thing was just today. I picked up my load. Heavy load, and 40,000 or something pounds. So I take it to the truck stop, just, run it over the cat scale, make sure I'm legal. Well, there's this dweeb parked directly in front of the cat scale. I mean, trailers just cleared the scale. First thing I did was, I gave them my information for the weight, and then I actually, because they didn't hear me, I had to push the button again, let them know that there was somebody parked directly in front of the scale. I could not get off the scale. Now, apparently they were going to, they tried to call or page him or something like that to move his truck. Still took him quite a while. I think I was sitting there probably close to 10 minutes. Just waiting for this guy to get off the scale. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I let him have it. Actually, as a matter of fact, my wife got off the truck. She was gonna go inside and try and find him, or I don't know what her plan was, but she was a woman on a mission. But he finally come out to the parking lot, and she let him have it. I let him have it. He gets all upset, or he didn't get upset. He was indifferent. He didn't care. Flip me off, whatever. So I brought around round 2 of cussing him out. Then I just laid on my air horn until he finally moved. Come to find out, when I went inside, they had actually sent people outside. They were getting his truck number to have him towed, so he got lucky. He got out of there in time. So that brings me to number 1. Scale etiquette. When you're done scaling, or when you're done checking into the scale, whatever they call it, get away from the scale. Don't park in front of it. If there's room, park next to it. Pull through a fuel island. Do something, because you're holding up other people. There is no reason for you to park in front of the scale, especially in a parking lot that has 120 spots or something like that at 2:30 in the afternoon. If the fuel islands were full, there were parking spots open directly to his left. If he would have just looked out his left window, he could have just parked there. Don't be that guy. By the way, all of these are things that are liable to get you punched, or wrecked, or whatever. That brings me to my second point, which kind of coincides, because similar thing. When you're done fueling, pull forward from the fuel island. If there's somebody there in front of you, or if there's somebody already pulled forward, wait for them to get in their truck, and then you pull forward and then go inside. Unless you have some kind of emergency that you're not going to make it to the toilet in time, there's no reason for that. There was, the other day, a truck stop had 6 or 7 fuel islands. We were backed up 3 deep or something like that. And these people are getting out of their trucks in line for the fuel islands. They're getting out of their trucks at the fuel islands, just holding people up, taking their 30-minute break or whatever the hell they were doing. There's no need for that. You're only hindering other people. You know, especially if you're the guy that comes out and just pulls away after that, because you should have just pulled forward, let somebody else get their fuel. You don't know if they were even going to go inside. Maybe they're just pulling out right behind you as soon as you leave. You know, there's no need for any of this. It's just proper etiquette. I know. I'm a new driver myself. I've only been out here about 3 years. And I know that trucking isn't the same as it was back in, you know, the 70s, 80s, 90s, whatever, where people out here actually took care of each other. Now they're all out here for themselves. They don't care about anybody else. They don't think about anybody else. So that's number 2. Don't block the fuel island, and don't take your 30-minute break at a fuel island. And while I'm at it, before I move on to the next one, don't be that dumbass who wants to make his own spot at night, and instead of finding a parking spot or making a spot somewhere, I actually have seen somebody pull into a truck stop, pull up behind a fuel island, grab the trash can and put it in the middle of the fuel island, like the fuel island was broke or something. You know, so that he could just park there. Stupid. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're the one that looks like a dumbass. Brings me to number 3. Obviously, if you see somebody at a decent angle, don't try to pull behind them. They're probably backing up. There have been a couple of times, including one I think last week or the week before, where if I'm taking my 30-minute break, I start pretty early. So if I'm taking my 30-minute break, there's lots of open spots for me to back into. A lot of times, I'd like to practice my blindside. I am terrible at blindside backing. So the more practice I can get, the better. If I see 5 or 6 open spots on my blindside, I know I ain't gonna hit nothing. What better way to practice? Then you get some dweeb who thinks you're not moving fast enough, even when I'm backing at whatever the normal backing speed is, 3 mile an hour, 5 mile an hour, whatever it is. People try to drive behind you while you're backing up, and then you're the one at fault because you're not going fast enough, or there was a lot of room at the truck stop, so you used whatever room was available to you to avoid hitting anybody. That's what I do. If the room's there, use it. But there have been many times where people have just driven behind me while I'm backing. You're only asking for your truck to get wrecked, especially if I'm blindsiding and you're coming in. This particular guy was coming in from my left, so I'm not quite jackknifed, but you know, my trailer's about 45 degrees with the hole. My truck is perpendicular to the hole. I can't see this guy coming up. It actually took my wife looking out the window, because she was just, you know, double checking where my trailer was, so I didn't have to keep stopping and getting up. It took her telling me that somebody was coming behind me. Seriously, guys, do you even use your brains anymore? Really? I know I made a video about tools of the trade, and the most important one I said was use your freaking head. Alright, that's enough of a rant for today. I'm not about the drama, guys. I just wanted to throw this out there because they're probably the things that get me the most. Stupid people. We don't have time out here for stupid people. We're all out here to do a job. Why can't we just try to make it a brotherhood again, guys? Be safe out there.